Okay, hi everyone, welcome. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining our webinar today. I am Ingrid and I will be your host for this session. It's wonderful to see all of you today. And before we start, I want to make sure everyone can hear me clearly. If you can hear me, please type yes in the chat box, please. Okay, thank you for confirming. Okay, great. It seems like my voice is coming through clearly. And thank you for that. We will begin our session in a few minutes. We will wait some participants to join. I will share some important information about today's webinar. First of all, I like to remind you that this session will be recorded and will be available for you to rewatch, or for those who couldn't join the entire session today, the link to the recording will be sent via email after the webinar concludes. And then during the presentation, if you have any question, please type them in the Q&A or chat box. We will have Q&A session at the end of the presentation to answer as many of your questions as possible. I also invite you all to introduce yourself in the chat box. Please mention your name and where you are joining from today. It's great to know more about you today. Yes, please give your introduction, name, and where are you joining from today. Hi, Simone. How are you today? Are you good?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hi, Kanisa. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. 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 There is Tatia. Oh, okay. From East Java. Halo, Kak Deborah. Okay, we will wait for maybe 2 minutes for another participants to join. Please waiting to that. Hello. Oh, there is Kak Grace. Hi, Kak Grace. How are you today? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we will start our session today. So this webinar at Remote Skills Academy, we believe in the power of remote work to bridge gaps and create opportunities globally. And it's fantastic to see that represented here today. Now, I want you to imagine your business running smoothly with you focusing on strategic growth while routine tasks are handled efficiently. Sound like a dream, right? Well, today we are here to help you turn that dream into reality by mastering the art of delegation to virtual assistant. Today's session is all about empowering you to streamline your operation and boost your productivity by effectively delegating tasks to virtual assistant. Now, it's my great pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, Lia Sadia, our Chief Marketing Officer at Remote Skills Academy. Leah has an extensive background in virtual team management. Leah will guide us through today's presentation and share her valuable insight on how you can master the art of delegation to virtual assistant. Hi, Mbak Leah. How are you for today?
Hi, Ingrid. I'm good. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, Leah, thank you for being here. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Yeah. All right. It should be here any moment. All right. Okay, so welcome everyone. It's a pleasure for me to meet you all again. Some familiar faces here. Today I'm gonna share my experience on delegation. So before we start, I'm gonna reintroduce myself. My name is Leah Golich. I'm the CMO of Remote Skills Academy. And just like in the picture, I have several roles and tasks and responsibilities. I'm also co-managing director of Girls in Tech Indonesia. I'm a founder's coach. I'm an author of 33 books. I'm also a wife living in Brisbane, Australia, which means I do everything myself. I cook, I do the laundry and everything by myself. And yeah, that means that I need VAs. So connect with me at Leah Golich on Instagram and also on LinkedIn. Right, so I'm just gonna ask you to write on the chat box, have you ever hired a VA before? A, not yet, but I'm curious. B, I have, and I want to learn more about delegation-based practices. And C, I'm a VA. Let me check the chat box. Okay, there's A, Simon, Tatia, B, all right, B and C, Nisa, you're a VA as well. There's another VA here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I see a lot of A, B, and C. Yeah, it's similar. Yeah, so good. We see from different. We will see from different perspectives today. Right. So this is what we're gonna discuss, and I want you to be fully participating in this webinar and be active. And I couldn't see much on the chat, so Ingrid, if you can help me, if there's anything that I need to know here. So before we start, I would like to introduce you to Remote Skills Academy. It's a nonprofit organization that aims to upskill and reskill youth and women with digital skills, especially virtual assistance curriculums that will help them to be a remote worker. So right now, not only in Indonesia, we are right now in Rwanda, Belgium, Hungary, and also Thailand. At this moment, since 2020, we have impacted over 10,000 alumni. 72% of them are mostly women and housewives and moms, young moms. And we have seen positive changes in 2 to 6 months. They have a new job, they triple their income and get clients from around the world. So these are our missions that we want to empower them so they can work remotely and live life on their own terms. And we can discuss later about what's that mean. Yeah, so our products, we have master classes, we have self-led recorded courses, which is self-paced, and also VA boot camps from 1 to 2 months boot camp. We also have a VA community on our Telegram. Right, so let's start on the topic of delegation to VA. Right now, yeah, so before we start, who's a VA? So a virtual assistant is basically an assistant, but they're supporting clients remotely. So a virtual, right? So what are their tasks? It's ranging from admin tasks, or sometimes there are specialized tasks like social media, maybe e-commerce focus, or maybe video production focus, so or technical VA. So there's a lot of niches, but so you can tap into general VAs and or also a niche, some niche or other categorized VA. Yeah, common objection to delegate to VA that I've heard. The first one is I can do faster. So yeah, you can do faster, but sometimes you don't have time to get there, right? So you don't know when you can start doing it. But when you do it, maybe you can do it faster, but you procrastinate for another year, for example. And then the second one is I don't trust anyone to do it better than me. So we can discuss about this part after this, right? Maybe there's 80% of the things you actually can delegate and 20% that you can do better than anyone else. The third one is it will cost too much. Actually, right now, the VA costs are varied, but we can see from Indonesia, it starts from maybe $5 to $10 an hour. So I think it's pretty affordable. And the last part is I'm not sure what to delegate. This is the time after this, I'm gonna walk you through a workshop on how to identify the tasks on what to delegate. So if with the right system and tools, we will be able to answer all that objections in the beginning. Maybe if you can put in the chat box, what are some of the objections or some of your hesitations about hiring a VA? Like just yesterday, my friend DM me and tell me like, I'm not sure if I want to share all my passwords with my VA. So I'm gonna answer that today. So how about you? Put it in the chat box why you have hesitation to work with VA. So we can continue. This is how to delegate to VA framework. The first, you need to identify the task first. You set up the SOP and then you find the right VA, you have clear onboarding, and then you manage the task. I will go through it one by one. So to identify the task, first, you need to audit first. While running your business, what kind of tasks have you been doing daily, weekly, and monthly? I usually use Toggle, but you can also use tools like Hubstaff or others, time tracker. And then the second is check which one of those tasks are in your zone of genius. This is the task that you really enjoy doing. You love doing it, right? And then the third one is asking yourself, are those tasks in your zone of awesomeness? Which one of those tasks in your zone of awesomeness? This means this is the zone where the task that only you and you alone is able to do this task the best to achieve the highest level of impact, results, or revenue. So you can't really delegate this part, right? So for example, this is my Toggle and this is my time tracking of my tasks. And then if you can see, I do a lot of internal operation. I do marketing as well, client acquisition, expansion, teaching, partnership, and then so on. There's a report building and so on. And then I check my zone of genius. The things that I really love doing is actually marketing and social media. I love teaching like this. I love doing partnership as well, right? My zone of awesomeness, the things that only me can do and best, I do it best, is clients acquisition. I have a lot of network. I can connect with them. I can talk to them. There's also expansion to different countries. I can do that best. And operation management, some part of operation management, including coaching my team members. This is the things that I do best. Even though maybe I don't really enjoy it, but this is what I do best, right? So I'm gonna do it. But if I see from my task that this is not on my zone of genius, I don't really enjoy it, and I'm not really good at it, I'm not really the best in it, so I will decide to delegate that, right? Because somebody else can help me with that. So that could mean some part of operations, because I don't really know, like finance, for example, right? Bookkeeping. Report, I can delegate it. I can teach someone in my team how to do the reporting, right? So this is the thing that I do with my own time. So now, so yeah, I'm also asking you, is there any project or task that you haven't find time to do? I give an example, like yesterday I share on my Instagram. So I've been postponing. So I'm in Brisbane right now. I have moved for 1 year, but I still have maybe 4 to 5 bags of stuff in Bali that I haven't done anything about it. I don't use it anymore. So finally, I said, I make a decision to, okay, let me hire a VA to be able to help me selling all my stuff in Bali. And right now it's done. And also I have a house in Jakarta that I have been putting off it's been empty and nobody's there, nobody renting it. So I haven't put it in the market. I don't have time. And then after I hire a VA, the VA being able to put my house in the listing, it's right now rented very fast, right? Within a week. So those are those activities that I postpone, I procrastinate, but then with VA, with the assistant that I hire, it helps me to unblock. So I want to ask you, is there any project or task that you haven't find time to do? Think about it. So some of the sample of tasks that you can delegate to VA. The first one is customer support or reply comments on social media. Also, there's data entry or light research. Like I do, for example, I want a list of startups that just got funded last year, for example, right? So we can talk to them, have a collaboration. So this is the type of research. And then calendar management, get you in contact with people that you want to have appointment with, product listing to sell, light content creation and editing, content repurposing. This is important because sometimes I only have time to do like the bigger content, like for blog posts, for example, and then the VA can help me to, turn it into a tweet, turn it into a Instagram post, for example, right? So they can help with that. Simple bookkeeping, they can help follow-ups, email management, plan your kid's birthday. In my case, planning my friend's bachelorette party. I don't have time. I cannot even be in Jakarta for her at that time, but I can help her plan the party, right? With my VA. And then leads list, and the last but not least is designing slides and presentations. So you ready with the content and they will help you design it. So this is some of the sample tasks that you can delegate to VA if you're confused. So right now, I want us maybe 5 minutes. I want us to take a look at our own tasks right now. So maybe you can list down the task first, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and then list down your task. And then you decide which one is your zone of genius. Is this your zone of awesomeness? Is this something that you're doing best? You're the one that can do it best. And then later you can decide whether you're going to do it, you're going to delegate, or you're going to automate it with technology, with tools. So some people also have confusion whether it's a yes or a no. So my suggestion, you can also change it into a range, so 1 to 10. So from a range of 1 to 10, which one is in the zone of genius, right? Maybe a 5, maybe a 7, maybe an 8. All right, so we can take 5 minutes here, and after that, I want one of you or two of you to share what you've been written down. Okay, so maybe we start the timer, Ingrid.
Yes, we can start the timer.
Yeah, for 5 minutes. Yeah. I actually forgot if you guys have any question before doing the workshop, please let me know. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna explain about zone of genius and awesomeness again, right? The zone of genius is something that the task that you really love doing, you really enjoy doing it, regardless if you're good at it or not, right? You just really love doing it, but usually you are good at it as well. So you enjoy it, you're good at it. That's your zone of genius. For zone of awesomeness, you don't really like it, but you're the best at doing it. You're the one person that can do it best and give the highest impact or result, either in the result itself or the revenue, for example, right? So you are the one that can do it. In my example, it was the clients acquisition, for example, B2B. I'm good at it because I have a lot of network. I can talk to people, I can present, I can pitch, but I don't really enjoy it. What I enjoy is content creation, writing, my zone of genius, writing, social, marketing, or organic marketing, social media, it's content creation. That's what I love, right? That zone of genius. Let me know if that's not clear.
Time is up, Belia, for the 5 minutes.
All right. So is there any one of you wants to share about this a workshop right here? What is your answer? What do you find? Maybe Nisa wants to share.
Hi, Mbak.
Hello.
Thank you in advance. Well, I'm quite I'm quite confused of how to decide which one to delegate and which one that it's only me can do. But I'm trying. And should I mention the task or how?
Yeah, maybe give me example and I can let you know.
Okay, some of the tasks are my personal social media management. And there are decluttering or house cleaning tasks at home.
Yeah.
And do my kids' journal, creating a
Let's start from the social media first, right, Nisa? Is that your zone of genius, the one that you enjoy?
Not quite.
Okay, is that the zone of awesomeness? You're really good at it.
Yeah, actually, I think I am, but I don't really enjoy doing it.
Yeah. So in this type, usually it's 50-50. You can do it yourself or you can delegate it, right? So if the zone of genius is yes, and then zone of awesomeness is also yes, you do it.
Okay.
My approach, if you're awesome in it, you do it. Usually that's my approach. So even if you don't really enjoy it, but you gotta do it, just do it. But then you find a perspective where you can enjoy it, right?
I see.
But if the both of the genius on and awesomeness, you're not genius in it and you're not awesome in it, so that's when you delegate.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Is there anything that is not genius, not awesome?
Find a trainer for the next online course. Find a VA for my other client as well.
Yeah.
I can delegate.
So, yeah, you can. Yeah. So for finding trainers, for example, it's easily you can delegate that, right? So
Yeah.
you just need to tell what kind of trainers you're looking for, where to find it, right? Yeah.
Yes, Mbak.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Nisa. Maybe
Thank you, Malia.
one other person can share. Maybe Simone, you wanna share?
Yes and no, sort of. I've got someone looking after my social media at the moment, so I'll just park that for now. I suppose because I'm the face of the product, it's the sales that I have to do and I enjoy. So I love talking to people and answering their questions about how to move to Bali. So that would be something that obviously is what I'm passionate about and hopefully what I'm good at. And then I guess it's once they become a customer, it's all that onboarding and introducing them to people, and some of that stuff and still needs to be personal because it's very specific to what I have discovered. So that's a little bit something that I don't really enjoy, but I guess I still need to do it. I think the content writing, I always have great ideas, but I never do them. So I would love to have fresh new content weekly on my website and, out to the channels. And I've got too much opportunity and no time, and I hate getting started with it. I'm a procrastinator. So I think the content writing, both for my own website and for other partners, would be great. And just general research and sort of admin, and then possible down the track, like even events where people have to research, a venue, like you were sort of mentioning before. So that's just the beginning, really. So that's just some examples, I think.
Yeah, awesome. So we can already see the writing part is really correct. You have ideas, you can list down ideas, and then you can delegate your VA to start executing the writing, right? And
Yes.
you can do the editing part in the end as well, right? So it's still
That's right.
just like you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. And then also one more thing, Simon, just remember all the kind of projects that you want to do. You can also assign that to VA, right? To start keep it moving, right? Yeah,
Makes
a lot of
sense.
different projects or new products that you want to start. Yeah, moving. All right. Thank you. Right. We can continue. And then I see there's a question from D. I will answer that later, okay? In the question and answer time. So we can continue first right here. Right. So after we know what to delegate, we can set up SOP. SOP kepanjangannya apa ya? Standard operating procedure, right? So basically, how to do it, right? How to do the stuff that you want to delegate. So we usually use Loom to record the SOP, and then right now, I haven't tried actually, but a lot of my friends said Loom right now has their own SOP, automated SOP creation by AI. So you just need to record the video, the step-by-step, one by one. And then after that, Loom create an SOP for you by text immediately. So this is something that you probably want to try. And then yeah, put the give the link to the Loom to your VA to check. And then for us, we have Notion as a dashboard, basically, for all our volunteers. So at RSA, we have volunteers, VA volunteers that helping us with our tasks. And we have a dashboard on Notion where we put the recording of the SOP, whether from Loom, or you can also use YouTube to upload it to YouTube and get it unlisted, right? So people cannot find it, but you store it. And then you grab the link, grab the video, and then put it on Notion so people can, your VA can find it. And then, yeah, after that, now you're ready to find the right VA. You can create a poster, job ads poster. You can post it at VA communities. Sometimes they're in Facebook groups. You can also do it through us, actually, to our VA community at Telegram. And I will tell you where to send it later. And then you can check on website like Upwork, Fiverr, or even actually a lot of VAs are in not only LinkedIn, but Instagram. They have hashtag virtual assistant, or maybe just type virtual assistant, you will find some of them. And don't forget to check their testimonials from the past clients, reference, and also their portfolio. Yeah, sample of job ads. So this on the left is the recruitment virtual assistants. This is the qualification that they're looking for, very specific, right? And then there's general virtual assistants. This is some of the example if you want to create your own job ads poster. All right. Yeah, so after you find them, you want to do a clear onboarding. You can tell them about your company, the culture, the values. If you have your objective and key results, OKR, do you have your KPIs? What is your target? What is your goals in general? It should be clear. Brief the task and info them about the SOP that you already created, and explain them the tools you use, when you check in time, and what is the expectation. And I will tell more about this. So this is an example of playbooks for onboarding that we use at Remote Skills Academy. We use monday.com actually. And we store all our SOP there, and then also playbooks for the our culture deck, everything about what we're doing, our products, and our policies, our branding and values are here. And for task management, we use Monday as well, but you can also use Asana. You can use ClickUp, Trello to assign tasks to your VA. Make sure you give clear brief to them, and then put the deadline and what is the priority. Is it high? Is it medium? Is it low? This is, for example, my interns from Rwanda, and then we work on several tasks together, like research, social media, and stuff in here. And I actually quite like Kanban methodology. So basically it's backlogs, in progress, review, and done, right? So backlogs is for your ideas or whatever you want to do in the future. You can just put it there. And then when your VA is ready, you can assign them one of the backlogs tasks, and so they can, when they start it, they can put it in progress. And then when they need you to review, they can put it on the review box, right? And then with this view, you're actually very clear of what's going on, what's in progress, where they're stuck, maybe, or maybe where you need to review immediately, right? So this is very clear view. I really like this methodology. Yeah, for those of you that asking about security and sharing, so we use a Dashlane to share our login access to all our tools. And you can also do the setting, so you can share it full access or limited rights. So my suggestion is to give the limited rights one, right, to your VA, so they cannot see the password. They can only use it to log in, to get in, right? So they can't see the password. And they cannot share it, they cannot change it, they can't do anything about that. And for check-ins, every day, I actually like to check-ins every day with my VA and see if there's an unblocked tension. This is only through Slack or WhatsApp, and they can send me voice note usually to just update me what they're working on, and then is there any tension that I need to unblock, I need to help them with. And I usually like to do a weekly meeting to discuss overall progress, maybe a quick one, 30 minutes. You can just quickly run through whatever overall progress that they're doing. And have a rules for communications. For example, I have 2 hours maximum response rules for Slack and WhatsApp, and then 24 hours response rule for email. So nothing over than that. If over than 2 hours, for example, then like we can discuss what's happened, right? What's going on. For effective communication and performance, we need to have reviews. So clarity and expectation is super important when we are working with VA. What type of results that we expect, maybe give them example, right? The SOP can really help. Give them feedback for improvement. And then align with the goals. Where do you go, right? Like, for example, if you want them to create content, you need to give them ideas of, I need at least 3 posts a week, for example, or I need you to draft at least 5 posts a week, for example. So that's very clear. And don't forget, if you see a progress, if you see something that is better than last time, for example, you can give them recognition, high five. And yeah, if you see that, you can really motivate your VA by doing the recognition. Right. So how to secure my data? The first one is background check. I actually always like when my VA is coming from recommendation. So most of my VA coming from Remote Skills Academy, right? And then if there's any reference, like people that I know, or maybe their previous clients that I can contact to check. And then create legal agreements, create a contract and NDA with them, non-disclosure agreement. And then give access control, right? Give access to calendar that is limited, and also Dashlane or other access sharing tools with limited rights. Don't forget, for anything that is sensitive, use 2FA to your own phone, two-factor authentication. And then you can also hire a VA through a trusted, reputable companies or agencies. Yeah, so if you've been through all that, congratulations. You now have a free time. Now you have time to focus on your business strategy, focus on your revenue, making more money, connect and network with potential customers, partners, investors. You can attend to your well-being. And for one of my friends, she has more time to hang out with her dogs. So that's also a good thing to have. So for now, I just want to ask if you have any question that I can address before we continue. Okay, maybe I'll just ask for in the chat how we put budget for VA that will help us for some specific tasks, right? So usually VA has already their own price list, right? So you can ask that and see if this is something within your budget, basically, right? Yeah, you can also negotiate with them if it's not within your budget. So you can either hire for per hour, per project, or per month retainer, right? And Tatia said, how to check testimonial if they are new. If they are new, you can look at their portfolio. So usually they have what we call in the industry as fake projects, where they create like case studies basically and create a portfolio based on that. So you can check if they can do it well and as per your expectations, right? That's basically the best thing that you can do if they are new. Grace, should we write the communication rule? Sorry, should we write the communication rules in the company culture? Yes. We at RSA, we have our own culture book, which also written those rules that we mentioned, right? So it is advisable to write it down so no misunderstanding and nobody's confused or forget about it, right? Tatia, what do you think about hiring raw talent? Tatia, can you, Deborah, Tatia, can you explain what is raw talent?
Again, can I directly speak?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You look awesome today, by the way. Okay, so people who do not really got that skill, so it means like we need to teach you.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
I understand.
that got skills, mostly they're already like overbooked or scheduled quite full. So, but the one that not that really skillful, mostly they got plenty of time. So, what do you think about that?
Yeah. So I think raw talent, someone that we still need to teach. So I guess the idea is the talent needs to be able to have some sort of education first, right? So that's why we at RSA is doing that. We educate the VA with the skills, right? So we have basic VA, we have advanced VA modules, right? So at least when they have it, that's already really super helpful. So when we talk to us, even when they're new, they can already learn from the previous experience with us, and then when they work with the client, they can be smoother in terms of the onboarding. They can learn better because for me, all my VA still need to learn how I work, right? So RSA cannot teach 100% about everything. So when they work with me and do the task from me, they will still need to learn. They learn the industry, the new industry, new tools. They will still need to learn. So for me, working with raw talent that already has the education is okay and advisable, right? As what I advise you to see is actually people with the same values and culture with you, right? It's more important. At RSA, we have a set of culture. For example, we love it. We love to experiment, A/B testing, doing experiments. We want to be positive and cheerful and youthful. We want to be impactful, right? So if we see a talent that is not in the same value, then probably not working with them, right? But so that would be the first thing that I look at at my VA. Are they passionate about what they do? Do they want to experiment with tools? Yeah, so I think that's the most important. For other skills, you can teach them, right? Nisa said I was one of the raw talent. Thank you, Nisa. Yeah, raw, but right now you already cook, yeah? You already cooked right now. Okay, Simon said, do you have a contract and NDA template? Well, that's a good question because we're gonna go to the next slide. We're not done yet, yeah. Yeah, so now I'm officially launched our new ebook. Yay! Mastering Delegation. So in this guidebook, Simon, there's tips, best practices, and also workbook and templates, right? So I want probably, Chelsea, can you confirm if we have that templates that Simon asked, a contract and NDA template there?
We don't have it in our guidebook, but we have in another our ebook, 30 days become a VA. But I think that we can send you perfectly the templates. So email.
Yeah, okay. So Simon, it's okay. We can send you that, right? Okay, but
Right.
you can also get this new ebook. For the contract and NDA, we will email you that. So mastering delegation, you can get more tips, more best practices, workbook, and also templates. You can download it bit.ly/RSA delegate. Maybe RSA team can help to put in the chat box the link to download. This is totally free ebook. All right. Now what? So you know all this information about delegation. Now what? Now you can start hiring your VA, right? And you can hire also a well-trained VA from Remote Skills Academy. And I think now I want to pass this to Ingrid to share the information.
Yeah, thank you, Melia, for that insightful presentation on mastering the art of delegation to virtual assistant. Now I want to share you with an exciting opportunity to hire well-trained VAs from Remote Skills Academy. So at Remote Skills Academy, we offer two ways for you to hire a VA who has undergone our training in our VA bootcamp program. So maybe next slide, Melia. Yeah, so the first way is hire VA intern. So in our VA bootcamp is a comprehensive 4 until 8 week program led by over 10 experienced trainers. As part of their training, students participate in practice internship, providing you with the opportunity to work with enthusiastic and eager VAs who are ready to put their skills to use. And if you want to get started, you can fill out this form. Maybe RSA team can put on the chat box for the link. It is bit.ly/RSA VA interns. And then we will create VAs who match for your specific needs. And they will help you or assist you for part-times for 20 hours per week for a period 3 months. And you only need to give them monthly stipend. Suggestion from us is start from IDR 1 million per month. And then for next slide, Melia.
Yeah, can we see Ingrid?
No, still in the higher VA. Oh, yes, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so for the second way is hire VA All Stars, and This option allows you to work with provisional VAs from our exclusive database. So these VAs have completely our training program and have demonstrated exceptional skills and reliability. So if you want to get started, you can access the VA All Stars in the bit.ly/All-Stars VA, and you can browse through the list and pick the VA that best suit to your needs. And once you have met your choice, you can hire your VA, and we will ask for a donation of $150 per VA hire to support our academy and continue to training more VAs. And our VA also are perfect for those who need experience, provisional, and virtual assistant who can hit the ground running and add immediate value to your business or to your company. And the last one, we can train your team members too. So if you already have a trusted candidate to be your VA, we would be happy to train your VA with our proven models and tools. Send them to our Super VA Bootcamp. Your company or you can pay for 9 million rupiah to join a Super VA Bootcamp. Yeah, that's it. Back to you, Balia.
All right. Thank you, Ingrid. Yeah, those are some of the ways to work with our VA. Maybe RSA team can put the link. Oh, yeah, already. Yeah. All right. Okay. Do you have any more questions? As we have 7 minutes left. Do you still have more questions that you want to ask me? You can unmute and ask directly. Ada? Is there anyone? No more question?
No questions for now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Simon. Yeah, Nisa, do you have a question?
Yes, but actually, I would like to know your experience hiring VAs. What was your biggest challenge in working with new VAs, and how did you overcome it? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Nisa. I guess the biggest challenge is to right now, for example, I just work with VA from Rwanda, right? So the challenge was in Rwanda is infrastructure and internet connection. So I can have my VA not showing up for maybe 2 full days, and then when he's back and he said, sorry, the internet from the whole country is cut off, right? So my solution was, yeah, first of all, to manage my own expectation, right? And then ask him as much as he can to update me if that happens. So communication, to communicate, because we are a remote organization, right? To communicate is the key. So yeah, the solution was to communicate, basically give feedback to the VA that if there's any challenges happen, please communicate to us as your client. Yeah. So hope it helps, Nisa. Yes. Electricity even still out in Indonesia as well sometimes, yeah, in maybe eastern part of Indonesia. All right. If there's no more question, yeah,
I just have, sorry, one question.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the VA Stars list, of which there's about 10 to choose from. Is there availability and price, as in like this person's available for 10 hours a week and they charge, so much per month? Is that sort of listed in your database?
Okay, Ingrid can answer this. Ingrid?
Sorry, maybe you can repeat it.
Yeah,
I think my connection is not stable. I'm sorry.
So just I just downloaded the VA All Stars list, and I can see there's 10 in the Excel Google spreadsheet. Is there an actual availability, like how many hours a week or a month these people are available for, and how much they would roughly charge a range in regards to their salary?
Yep. Okay, so for that, basically it's just the informations and of our VO stars. If you want, like, on the spreadsheet, we categorize, right? Like for social media and administrative data entry and so on. And they in the spreadsheet there is email and phone number, right? For like how many hours or how many salary that they want, you can communicate directly to them. You can connect them. You can send them email like, I found you from the VAO star list by Remote Skills Academy, and you can say you are interesting to their CV, and you can ask them about how many hours that can they do it for you, and how the salary, and you can maybe you can create the initial meeting like that, Simon.
Yeah, so we don't have
That's
that
fine.
information. Yeah, we don't have that information, Simon. So
No problem.
each of them actually do it differently, right? But mostly in general, VA usually open for like I said, hourly per project or retainer monthly, right? So it's all open. You can discuss with them directly, Simon.
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
Usually VA is 20 hours until 40 hours a week, so you can communicate directly to them and ask them how many hours that can them do it for you.
Yeah.
Is there an approximate, like 20 hours a week is so much for salary, or they will tell you, and that's the going rate? Like, I don't even know what the going rate is, if there is one.
Oh, okay. So basically our VAs it's usually have pricing for like a pricing and package for that. Let's say if they are working for 20 hours per week, they will maybe charge you $100 per week, or maybe they can charge you per hour. So it's quite variative. It can be variative for that. So you can directly ask to them for the pricing and package they made for the VA services.
Right. No, that makes perfect sense. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yep.
Yeah. So the range is around $5 to $10 an hour, but it's really varied per experience as well, right?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So reflection time. So after 1 hour together, what's something new you've learned today? Do you want to share, maybe in the chat box or directly? Unmute. Maybe Grace has something to share. Is there something new that you learned today? Or
can I interrupt and just say I'm going to have to say goodbye, ladies, because I'm heading off. But thank you so much for your time. I have really, it's just it's all a new world for me. So I really appreciate it, because it's opened up my eyes on the possibilities, and I love what you're doing, and the accessibility that I have to some talent. I can test the waters, I can give it a go, and I appreciate the tools that you've suggested. And also, I've just downloaded the ebook, so I'm going to look forward to reading the ebook, which I think is going to be a great help. So thank you for creating all of that. Well done.
Thank you so much, Simon. You're the inspiration for this webinar. So thank you.
I know. Thank you. Well, I think it's a great idea, and it will help more people in the future. So it's just the beginning.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Simon.
Thank you. Have a good weekend. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, so let's see the chat box. Indriani said zone of genius. Lisa said to compartment the genius and awesomeness tasks. Thank you. Oh, thank you. And Grace said zone of genius as well, and zone of awesomeness, and also about communication roles. Yes, Grace, it is important. Yeah, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you. And if you still need more information, please get in touch with me, Leah at remoteskills.academy, and also Ingrid with one G, not double G, yeah. Ingrid at remoteskills.academy. All right, thank you so much, and back to you, Ingrid.
Okay, thank you, Malia, and thank you all for joining us today. We hope you found the session valuable and informative. If you have any further questions and or need additional information about our ebook, or maybe about our interns, or maybe about our VL stars, please feel free to reach out to us. We will be sending out a recording of this webinar along with any relevant resources or link that we sent out today. And yeah, thank you again for your participation, and we look forward to seeing you at our next webinar. Happy Friday. Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you, everyone.
everyone.